Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you stopped by today. I have a journal envelope to share with you, but it's part of it. I want to do a envelope journal, let's put it that way, flip-floppy tutorial. If you've never made an envelope journal or folio, that's what they go by too, I'm going to show you the basics to begin with. And then we'll decorate a couple pages more in this. I've already started. These are graphics, mermaid graphics that I have available in my Etsy shop. And if you're interested in making something like this for a daughter or a granddaughter, these are perfect, because if you want the little girl to help you, or you want to give her a present, birthday, Christmas, whatever, they love this kind of thing. So I made these graphics with the little girls in mind, because I love little girls. This also counts towards the challenge that I have going on, and I'll leave the details in the description. And I did show the prize in my last video, so you might want to check that out if you're interested. I also have it in my Facebook group, which I will leave a link to. So let's get started. First of all, this is an envelope, and you open it up, and these are envelopes. Okay, and a lot of you know what envelope journals are, and some of you may have never seen an envelope journal. Well, this is what it is. And in this pocket, I made a little envelope here to put little treasures in. Maybe a little girl would like to put her jewels in, or her pearls, or whatever, keepsakes, seashells, whatever. So I made a little envelope, and this is part of my graphic program with the mermaids, or graphic group. I don't know what you want to call it, kit. And here is a little mermaid, and I've added some dangles here, but I inked them with purple and aqua, and I add a little bit of netting underneath to give it kind of like a seaweed underworld look. Okay, and then under here I added some glitter paper that I was going to bring over, and I didn't. Just a little bit under her. And let me see if I got, no, that's not her. Well, anyways, under one of, this, but this is the girl on the front. And I did the same with the girl on the front. I added this glitter paper just a little bit, and it's not straight across. I made it kind of wavy, and then I put an applique on top, and you don't even know it, but you can see a little bit of the glitter for, like the water when the sun shines off of it. And I did enlarge these to 4x5. They are 3x4 in the kit, but you can enlarge them, all of them. So then you open it this way, and we have she can go like here, close it down, and then here I made a page. This is an envelope. Well, I made a pocket here, and I put an applique. This watercolor paper is in the kit, and I've got 14 different designs. So I've been cutting it up. You've got a lot to choose from. These are mermaid scales. Well, at least I think they are. I've also used some plain cardstock, but this is not in the kit. But these are in the kit, watercolor papers. They're very neutral, and they go well with all of the mermaids that I've made in the kit. And I like this one. I haven't used it yet. I can't wait to kind of use that. Is my camera drifting? It's drifting. Okay. I can't wait to use that on some of the pages. And so basically you've got a lot of watercolor paper to choose from. And also I've made treasure. Let me just get this out here and show you. Seahorses, a couple of scenes, underwater castles, which I blew up also. I enlarged to 4x5, but they will be 3x4 in the kit, but you can always enlarge them. seahorses. And this is a tag that I made of one of the seahorses, and I did it in, no, I didn't enlarge it. This is the size that they come in the kit. And what I did is I put some blue lace underneath to kind of represent water. And then I had some applique that was this color that kind of matches his, well, it's not skin, but whatever it is he's made of, it matches that. And then on the back you can journal. And what I did on the corners is I just kind of did a wavy cut. I was going to round him off, but it looked too perfect. And I wanted some kind of like a water look, so that's what I did. And over here I put some fabric that I ripped off of an old blouse that I love. And I got it at Goodwill, it wasn't mine. And here's some washi tape. And I'm going to decorate a page with you, so we can stay tuned for that. Here's some applique off of some dresses that I had found at Goodwill. And I'm going to put this back in here. And this is an applique off of a wedding gown, and I dyed it with pink dye. And here you can put a picture, you can write whatever, journal, okay? So this is as far as I've gotten, and now I'm at this part with my envelopes, and we'll go through that. But before we do that, I want to give you kind of an overall basic how to put a journal or an envelope, make an envelope folio. And you have to start with, like I start with, you don't have to. There's several ways to make an envelope folio. This is the way I do it. So whatever floats your boat, as my mother-in-law used to say, if it floats your boat, whatever. So I have 3 envelopes. These are big envelopes. They're 8 inches by 6, 8 by 6. They're a rarity. I got them at Goodwill. There was a whole pile of them. And they came with cards. Okay. So what I like to do when I'm, for my base, I like to, if there's a card that comes with it and fits, I'm going to cut that card up. This is nice cardstock. And I'm going to put them in the envelope. And that way I have a sturdier base. So I'm going to put them in there. And all 3 have the cardstock in there. I glue them down, and I'll show you that in a minute. This one is a little wonky because of that, but it'll work. It'll do its job. Okay, put that one in here. And I just take some art glitter glue, and I just do the top. I just glue it down at the top there. I also glue down the envelope because I usually don't end up making pockets out of these envelopes. And what I do, let me do these and then I'll show you. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm used to working alone, so I just keep going. And I'm going to be doing more tutorials. And I hope you like them, and I hope you will follow me. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you will subscribe, because I got a lot of fun things in mind. And I like to listen to ladies make things and see how they do it. So I always consider that fun. Okay, so I'm going to wipe some of this off. Being very generous with my glue. I don't know what the heck's wrong with me. I am the one who pays for it, yes. Okay, so I'm going to also glue this down. It's going to be the middle. This is the center. So it's going to be closed. And this where the envelope is, I'm going to put on the back, and this is on the front. And what I'm going to do, oh shoot, I forgot to do one important step that we don't want to miss. This is Tyvek, T-E-Y-V-E-K. And envelopes are good, but they're only paper. So what I do, and it's not important that I didn't do it on this one, but it's important that we do it on all the envelopes that are going to flip and flap if you want them to last. And what I do is I cut 2-inch strips, the size of my envelopes. I'm only going to do it on these 2, just to show you. And I can't find my I cannot find my score pad to save my life. I don't know what's going on, really. I had to go get something. I forgot my ruler. So I'm back. Okay. So what we do is use the, cut them to size. I only need one, really. I don't know why I thought I had to cut two. Okay. And I cut 2-inch strips. I'll show you. These come as envelopes. You can order them on Amazon as envelopes. You can actually get them from the post office too. But I wouldn't recommend doing a lot of that. You know, because they're free and that's not right. Okay, so 2 inches wide for one. 2 inches wide for the second one. And then we're going to score right down the middle, 1 inch. And like I said, I can't find my score pad, so I had to go get my ruler. And this is the old-fashioned way, and I used to do it all the time till I got a score pad, which I just lost. How in the world you lose a score pad? I don't know. I put it in the same place all the time. It's those rotten squirrels that come in the house at night. I don't know what they're doing. My husband just bought 2 owls because squirrels are, we really do have squirrels. Squirrels are afraid of owls and their heads actually move. And he posted them, he nailed them up, they're big. He nailed them up on the side of the house where the squirrels have eaten a hole into our roofs. And we're getting a new roof in this end of the summer. So, and you fold it in half. Take your bone folder and fold them in half. Okay. This is important. If you're making something that you want to last, you want it to last a long time, this is a good thing to do because they actually make siding out of this, and I believe insulation, and it's very, very strong and durable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glue down here, and this will save that hinge. You know what I mean? So I put my hinge up there to make sure, I hope you can see this, that, boy, that glitter glue dries fast. And when I glue down this part to here, I glue it this way. I don't glue it that way and then try to figure out if it's working. Most of the time it's not. So you have to do this. So just glue it down, close the flap, glue it down. We're going to cut that off afterwards. I don't like things that, straggly things, even though we're not going to see it. At the end, I want it off. I like things neat and crisp. Okay, so that's one. We're going to do the other. Now you don't have to do this. This is just a suggestion. And I just feel better when I sell something that this is, Tyvek is on there. And no matter how many times they open or close this, it's not going to rip. And that's what we're trying to save, is the ripping. And the hinges get the most wear, so we just don't want it to, you know, envelopes tear. They're just paper. They tear pretty easily. I know, I use a lot of glue. I shouldn't. It just comes out. That's all right. I mean, that's my big expense, glue. Glue, ink, and paper. Amazon's always bringing me glue, ink, and paper because I use it a lot. But I don't go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Joann's very much at all. I'm very happy doing the journaling thing and having fun with it. Okay, so I got a few that are sticking up. I mean, it's not real important, but might as well put them down. Well, we can. I do use my silicone pads here so that it doesn't stick to my fingers all over the place. And here, I'm sorry if this is like watching wet paint dry. We'll get through this real quick. This is for the girls that have never done it and would like to do it. And you want to be secure in your making of this envelope journal. Okay, so this is going to be the back, so I'm going to put the envelope part on the back, and this is the front. Then I'm going to glue this flap to the back. And I'm going to do this because we want it to be able to open and close easily. You want to make sure that it's not too close to the edge so that it, folds up and doesn't fold right. So you have to be careful of that. I'm not going to glue the rest of the envelopes. I'm just going to show you what you do next. And then we'll get on to decorating the one that I've already started. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up. I want to make sure that's even, and this glitter glue really sticks fast. Okay, I got to get some of that out of there. I don't want it to glue together. Just make sure that's going to go over right. Oh, that's stuck. Okay, so this art glitter glue dries really fast. Okay, so now we have this. This is our base with the Tyvek. And it's pretty secure. It's not going to rip. Even though I have a rip here, I'm going to cover that with cardstock. So the Tyvek is there. It's not going to continue to rip. So what you do next is you pick out some more envelopes that you want to use. Any size, any color. And you just continue adding envelopes. So this is the front. And say I want to do, like with her, this one, I made a smaller envelope for the front, and it opens this way. So what I did is I glued this envelope, just like that, onto this flap here. And then I took another envelope and I glued it there. Maybe I'll just do that to show you how it's... I'll do it real fast. It doesn't have Tyvek in it, but I'll show you. I glued it here because I want this to open as well. So you're just gluing your flaps. Some people stick the flaps inside the envelopes, which is absolutely fine. Some people don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So now, when I open it, I have this. Get out of there. And when I open it this way, I have that. And what I'm going to do is cover this with cardstock. I'm going to cover this with cardstock and make it a pocket. I can cover this with anything I want. Same here. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the same thing. I want another envelope on the front there. And because I went down, well, I went kind of in the middle, I'm going to stagger it to go up to give it a little bit more of a different design. Just going to... I could also take this envelope if I wanted to and glue it onto here. It would have to be about the same because of its opening. And then when I cover that with cardstock, no one would, know that it's an envelope except yourself. And then you open it like that, and you can continue to add envelopes, add cardstock, and I will show you that in the one that I've already started. Okay. So this was my cover. Let's see if I can do it right here. All right. This is how I did this. Let's open it all the way there. Okay, this is my base. Here's the middle one. Here's the two front ones. What I did here was I added an envelope here, and then I added an envelope here. So these are just two envelopes, back to back, and so I could open it this way. All right. And then over here, you can see I added an envelope at the front. I added an envelope here. This is the other, this is the right-hand side of the folio. And then I added one here. So I have quite a bit of room. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, I got to watch my time so my camera doesn't run out on me. I'm going to open this and get it kind of out of my sight. Oh, what did I do? Okay. And I'm going to decorate this. Now, I already did a little pre-decorating. So, let's see. Out of all that watercolor paper, I cut out a piece that I like, just like this. And I'm going to glue, oh, well, actually, I'm not going to glue that down. I don't know if any of you use an ATG double-sided tape. I love these things. I've used them for years. And I finally got mine back out. And this is how you would do that. And it's really nice because you don't get a lot of waviness with the glue like you would with the glue. So, kind of klutzy, but it works. And it works nice. I've used these for years. And there you don't have to get your hands all glued up either. Okay. And then over here, I want to make this a pocket. So in order to make that a pocket, I can't use my AG, whatever gun, my advanced tape glider. Oh my gosh. Where do they come up with these names? Advanced tape glider. Okay, so I want to just, I'm going to glue it down on 3 sides. Can you see me? Here, here, and here. And this will be a pocket. Okay. And again, make sure you can close it, that it's not too close to the edge, and it'll fold up on you if it is. And you'll have a ledge in there, a ridge in there, and it won't look good. Now, if you don't get your cardstock exactly right, don't worry about it, because you can always put things over it and disguise your mistakes. I do it all the time. Okay, let's get this thing out of there. And then I want to do this back one. I want it to kind of match this. So this, I'm going to use my ATG on it. I don't know if it'll stick to the Tyvek. It won't stick to newspaper, if you can believe that, or book pages. It rips them right up. I guess it's probably just too strong. And this is strong. It really stays in place. I've never had a trouble with this. Okay, so these are the 3 pages. Well, we'll decorate, see how far we get with what we've got here. Okay, I have in the kit that I gave you our seahorses. We've got pink ones and blue ones, 2 of each. I don't think I want that in there. I have I blew up a big, there she is. Okay. I blew up a big seahorse. And the nice thing about this too is you can pull it apart and you can see what the rest of your journal is looking like. So if you want to, have a consistent theme, you don't have to do a matchy-matchy thing, because journals are not like that. Mine is right now because I'm using a water, theme. And so there is a lot of water going on, but I've mixed up a lot of colors. And what I also did with her, I blew her up to 4x5. I just took my scissors. I didn't take any fancy scissors, just my regular scissors. And I just kind of cut around squiggly so that she that looks like the water, you know what I mean? And then I had material, okay, where is it? I had this kind of material. No, I thought I had it. Well, I did. But anyways, I had this kind of material, and I was looking through my lace, and I saw this, and I thought, oh, that's pretty nice. Because I'm using appliques throughout here, and the other two. And then I thought it didn't look good on top of her, but I think she looks good on top of it. So I am now going to close this up so that I'm not distracted. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue and just put this down. And I also get to cover up the white. It might not cover up completely, but there is white in. Well, I'm just going to pull it down so it does cover it completely. It's your journal. Do what you want to do. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Okay, so it's your journal. Do what you want to do. And then we've got, that kind of looks cool, I think. And I've also got some other stuff I was thinking about. I've got this applique. Now what I do when I know I want this picture there, and I have it where I think I want it, I will come in with my hot glue and just right in the center glue it down so it doesn't move. Because I hate it when things are moving around and you're trying to figure out what you want to do. So I actually like this, and I have other stuff, all kinds of other stuff. All right, where'd the other stuff go? I have these appliques that I got off of somebody's dress. Now, she was not wearing the dress, I'll have you know. It was at Goodwill. And this is the paper that I wanted to show you that is here. And it's just, you know, I die cut things out of it, like obviously hearts. And so I just cut along and just cut zigzag. That's the word I'm thinking of. Okay. All right, so she's down pretty good. I say she because she's pink. Aren't seahorses? Yeah, they have male and female. I like that. And I've got, oh, you know what I like? Yeah, that's what I like. Look at this lace I got off of some dress. Okay, I think where did it go? I had a little bit of that cut apart, but I'll show you. I'm just going to cut this apart kind of haphazardly. I don't want everything there, so I go and trim what I want. And I'm going to put that under here, just to give it a little bit look of like coral or, you know, a webbing. Let's see what else I got here. I thought I had a piece already. There's also, I've got fabric that's this color that could go under here. I mean, there's lots of ways to bring things together, but then I don't like it with this. So you have to make sure you know what you're doing. Also, I love this kind of thing because you can cut it apart. I got it off a little girl's dress. And you can cut it apart and use the zigzags. Swirly girly. Swirls. I love swirls. I also love this blue lace that I got. And so you could do something like this. Well, maybe across the top. But I've already got a lot of that in there, so I don't think I want to do that, even though I like it. I'm going to even though I like it, but I want to do something different. So I'm going to cut this apart. And I'm going to put a piece under here. I kind of like it with the raw edge out. Kind of gives it a coral, you know, like these underwater divers find all the time. Coral reef. I'm not sure about that. I get a little crazy about things. No, I don't like that. Okay, I like the one. So I'm going to do the one. Just going to put a little glue here. A little glue there. And a little glue here. Oh. This stuff is not so little. It just keeps flowing out. Okay. So I like that, and you know what? I might like this piece. I think I might like that right down here underneath. Instead of that one green applique, although I could do the applique too. I do like that because it continues. So I'm going to do that. Put some glue down. Put this down. Hold that down for a minute. See, and she's looking kind of like she's in the sea, and that's kind of what I'm after. She's in the sea, she's with the mermaids, she's swimming and having a lovely day, as we all should be. Now, oh, also, I print out my prints on Epson Presentation Photo Paper Matte, M-A-T-T. And that makes all the difference in the world for your prints. As you can see, how beautiful and colorful things can turn out when you use the right paper. People have asked me, does it matter what printer you use for your graphics? I don't really think it does. I think it's the paper that it uses. And make sure you put your printer on photo. And that will, you know, most printers do a real good job. And make sure it's photo and it's matte on your printer settings, because most printers have that setting. So you should be okay. I also have this cool stuff. I've never used it for a journal. It just didn't seem to go. But I'm going to think about something here. I was just looking at it while I'm yakking. 2 is too many. So I'm going to cut it down to one row. I think about this. I don't know which is the right side and which isn't. I like to tuck things under, you know. No, maybe not. Maybe something down here, though. I kind of like that. I like it down here. Kind of gives it a flow, you know. I think I'm going to do that. I think 3 is what I want, not 2. And get the threads out. And make sure it's the right side. I don't think there is a right or wrong with this one. Well, whatever. And that kind of, isn't that cute? As long as it's cute, right? That's all we care about. We don't care about anything else. As long as it's cute, we're going to do it. But I'm thinking of a little girl. Even a young lady. They like the fantasy and the mermaids and all of that stuff. A younger person likes these kind of things. I'm an old lady, so I have lots of grandkids. No young children in my immediate family. Thank God. I'm through with that. Okay. So I'm going to leave that like that. A lot of times when I feel like I don't know what else to do, I will go on to the next thing. And the next thing is right here. And what I wanted to do was to, I can't remember what I wanted to do. So what do I want to do now? I don't know. I like her. Oh, I know what. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Here, I'm going to do a flip up. Okay. I've got some washi tape, and I'm going to show you how to do a flip up with washi tape. Now this one I think is too big, but it has whales on it. Isn't that cool? Maybe it's not. Let's give it a try. Let's see what that'll look like. That's kind of seaworthy. I'm going to give it a shot here. Now remember, you have to add your own glue to this, so it's not down yet because I haven't added my glue to it. And see, then it'll flip up like that. And I do it on the underside too. I like that. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to glue it down to the picture where I want it. Let me make sure I got that straight too. It's always good to have a ruler around or a mat with numbers on so you can make sure you got things straight. It's pretty terrible to do a lot of work and then find out everything's crooked. And then you're embarrassed, and then you're discouraged, and then you quit. And that's, you know, there's no reason for it. Just check your work while you're doing it. Make sure you've got it correct. Okay, I'm going to cut this off like that. Trim it down to the picture. Now it won't leave me alone. All right, and then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to line it up, if I can see, without, there we go. I'm going to line it up on there, and now I have a flip up. But what else I'm going to do, I am going to also glue it down just at the edge here, just so it doesn't come off. And then what we want to do on the inside is what I always do. I do a second layer like this. Now I like that whale. I have two sets of scissors, one for paper and one for fabric, as I'm sure all of you do. And I'm going to put it here. Usually I let it dry, the side over there, the top side, this side, before I mess with the bottom. It's always a good thing. Then you aren't pulling stuff up and making it a little bit insecure. Knocking it around. See, I have wrinkles here, but what I'm going to do here, I'm going to glue this down with my tape. Yeah. I'm going to glue the tape down with my glue. I'm going to push it out so I know it goes around. I always need a paper towel for that. Now I know that's good, and I'm going to take this part off of the picture. Well, I will later. I don't have to. You don't need to see that. I'm going to take this part off and put more glue on, but right now it's pretty secure. So that's what I wanted to do with her, with this page, was that. And what you can do is put a little notebook here, or I could put, I love this castle. You could do that, and then you could do another flip out over like that, which I think is really cool. And then you could put somebody's picture here. Maybe they go to Disneyland. But I'm going to go, this is the same little girl. Let me see. I think I'm going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. Whew. 6, 7, 8. Wow. 8 more pages. I'm not doing them today. I'm not. I promise you. I'm not doing them today. I have this, I already did the seahorses. Oh, I have this picture here. Now this is a pocket, okay? Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm going to have to change it up. I might even just put a notepad here, you know, a little scrappy pad, and on top of it put something like this that looks like we said, coral, the coral reef. You know, you could put a little scrappy pad. I don't have any scraps over here to do that. And I might do a flip out here because I think that's kind of neat. This is a card I got from somebody. Says Cindy on it. I throw the cards out and keep the envelopes. No, I don't really. I have a fireplace mantle, and I put my cards on the fireplace mantle. But I keep the envelopes, and I have another one over here that said the same thing. I don't know where it went to. But anyways, it's always good to keep your envelopes. But I think I'm going to end it there today because we've done a lot, and I hope you'll come back because I'm going to finish it with you, and we're going to see how this turns out. And check out my store for these mermaid graphics. A lot of pretty images and watercolor paper and fun things to do, because if you've got washi tape like I do, this is a good place to use it anyway. So, okay, thank you for coming, and don't forget the challenge and the gift, not the gift, but the giveaway prize, which is here, which is going to be all this lace. So I've already shown it in the last video, and every time you enter my challenge, you can use it with the mermaids if you want. You can use your own graphics. You don't have to use mine. Every time you post a picture of what you've made in my Facebook group or on a video and you tell me about it, I will enter you into the drawing. Now the giveaway will be May 6th, so you have until May 5th to get your stuff in, and then I'll pick a winner on May 6th. Oh, and I'm wearing long sleeves even though it's 80 degrees out because my arms are still pretty bad, and I didn't think you'd want to see all that stuff from what they did to me in the hospital. Okay. So anyways, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a good day. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I will see you in a couple days to continue with this envelope journal, the Mermaid. Goodbye now.